out at LJP, or so it's showing to go between those 3-4 accounts. We also have a long-term investment, which she can also transfer to, which is Smith Barney. We have about $3 million in long-term investments, and they're all pretty secure, like CDs and that type of thing. That earns a higher interest rate long-term. But it's all restricted on where she can transfer between those 4 accounts, and that's all approved up front through resolutions and signatures up front before she can transfer.
Okay, so it's all controlled. Where it can possibly go. They're all our accounts.
It's all our own accounts. She can't go outside of our accounts.
Okay, thank you. Other questions? Hearing none. Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carries. The next item is item Q, and it's consider resolution 07-93 to write off uncollectible fire buildings.
This resolution is to write off some uncollectible fire billing. When the fire department goes to a call that involves the fire portion of the department, the billings are charged. Mainly these are car accidents and that type of thing. It's not house fires. We send a bill to the parties involved in an accident that require the fire department to respond. We send an invoice out to the parties through our own accounts receivable department. If they don't respond to our invoices and statements, our procedure is to turn them over to our collection agency, TransWorld system. TransWorld, first of all, we put them into phase 1. Phase 1's a soft collection process. It sends a series of letters that get more aggressive as it goes further along. And then after that phase is exhausted, after the number of letters are sent out, then they ask if we want to send them to phase 2, which is a hardcore collection, where they actually keep 50% of the money in phase 2 if they do collect the money for us. So the list that you have in front of you are the ones that have been in collection and has been determined by TransWorld, our collection agency, as being uncollectible or they can't locate, and they recommend, but they say that they cannot help us anymore on these accounts. So I'm recommending that this amount get written off. As I was reviewing the list, I noticed one that I'd like to pull from the list to further investigate. It's actually Amoco that we sent to collections, and they're still in business in the village. I'm not sure why they determined them to be not able to locate. So we'll look into that one, but the rest of the list I would like to write off in 2007 due to uncollectability.
I might add that we collect approximately $335,000 a year. It's our budget when we go out. So as a percentage, it's over $70,000 over 2 years. That's nearly $660,000 per month. This is not a total compared to how much was out of the village.
Kathy, are the bulk of these transient or non-resident, non-property owners?
I think the majority of them are non-property owners.
If they were a property owner, is that accessible to
right now, we are not turning in rescue or fire over to tax roll. That was the procedure set in place, and currently just in collection. And the same thing happens with rescue. We actually have another collection agency or actual billing agency that works with our rescue portion, and they actually go through a collection phase 2 and determine and adjust billings based on Medicare standards and also the collection agency's recommendations.
Does the statute not allow us to put resident on the tax roll, or is that?
I'm not unsure of that. I think we have decided in the past that we want to do that in terms of putting a rescue or a fire bill on the tax roll. Like, do you know if that's?
Yeah, we can't do that. The board decided a couple years ago. You can't put a process on to place bills that have been paid on tax roll. Village does have the ability to do that. And we can also have them placed with the state so that, in the chance that they have an income tax refund or something like that, that would be subtracted from that. The time the ordinance was passed, it was nothing. Put those as a special charge on property tax.
We're providing a service here, and apparently these folks needed the service. I think they were very grateful probably to get the service, and then to not totally pay the bill or whatever it is. It's a cost to us. Times have changed in the way we pay for things versus the way it was done in the old days, Chief, when your stocks used to be replenished. Now we have to pay for that up for ourselves. That's a cost to us.
And this is the way, you know, these are only 500 rescues, so the amount that we bill is significantly less than 300,000. That's the rescue.
Okay, Clyde?
One more, I assume that this needs to be done before year end. Was the intent to get it written out before year end?
It doesn't have to be done before year end, but this is the reason I brought it at this point, is get the books cleaned up before year end.
Okay, we can always make a post-closing adjustment, correct? If we did it in January, to still hit 07. I guess I would like to see, the other one on there, there's one other business, real estate services, to business center, and investigate that. But if we can put this off at like a table to research this and then address the issue of putting it on tax rolls down the road.
Like the individuals are residents where they could be done.
Yes.
Chief, you have something to add?
I'm Paul Gilbert, Chief of Fire and Rescue. And it's true, as Mr. Balco corrected, that this is fire bills and not rescue bills, and you were correct in that EMS bill, you were able to go to the hospital and be resupplied immediately. But as far as the fire bills are concerned, when we were in town, we were able to bill the state of Wisconsin for all uncollectible bills for services rendered on state highways or the interstate. And both you and I sort of have worked in medicine to get that to be changed, and it's come up against some opposition. When you read statute, there are so many variables that it applies to the town, the volunteer fire department, the city, all Katy Fire Department, but we don't fit in any of that criteria. So in the past, we didn't have such a large amount to write off because we could go back to the state for calls on state highways or the county for county roads.
We have an issue with the interstates also, correct?
I'm sorry?
The issue with the interstate highways also.
Correct. It's just you know, as a village, and the administrator told me that the ordinances, the state statutes governing villages is the oldest ordinance, and it's up for renewal. Again, it never kept up with the fact that there are suburban villages such as ours, and so we've lost that. We don't have that opportunity to build.
Right. It's inequitable, as you say. We've fought this as many times. Hopefully, we're going to win it here. So,
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of people just don't realize the difference that's out there.
Correct.
Or the inequity. Okay, thank you, Chief.
A second.
Motion by Clyde, second by Mike. The motion was
Table.
table. Okay. Motion and a second to table for the discussion. Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carries. The next item is item R, the consent agenda, consisting of items 1 through 3. Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Clyde. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carries. Item 9, village board comments. Steve?
Yeah, as I said in the last meeting 2 weeks ago, I want to make an informal survey of the situation in Bank Station.